it's a very important Friday because it's Memorial Day. And we've been having some discussions about, everybody thinks Memorial Day is the end of school. You get a 3-day weekend. Everybody cooks and barbecues and hangs out and goes on road trips and all that stuff. It's really fun. But we can't forget the reason why we honor Memorial Day. It's for those men and women who have laid their lives down so we can go to barbecue, so we can take road trips and go on vacations and all that stuff. And I know that patriotic pillar is something that y'all hold very dear at College of the Ozarks.
Absolutely. And summer is such a great time for us to celebrate that and think about that. So come on out to Patriots Park and enjoy the park and take a moment to reflect. We're finishing up the work week, so we finished a work week today, and we'll start with our summer crew on the coming week. But we had some great groups out, and we're able to give those presentations in Patriots Park, and I just love that. And I want everyone to know that it's there. You can come out and just spend as much time
That's right.
as you want and reflect and walk around campus. Even the Scripture Garden is so beautiful. It was added about 4 or 5 years ago, and it's just right outside of the chapel, and it's positioned right there over Lake Taneycomo, so you can have a moment of reflection. There's a gazebo, and it's actually a very beautiful, picturesque spot to do photos or just to reflect. So
the whole campus is gorgeous, and you can't go too far on campus without seeing an American flag or something to ignite that patriotic feeling. So Memorial Day weekend is the unofficial, summer doesn't officially start for another month or something like that. It's still a ways out, but this is sort of the unofficial summer kickoff. Talk to us about all things summertime at College of the Ozarks.
Well, you're exactly right. Summer really starts for us next week with the summer work program, which I love because our students, and we talk a lot about them working for their tuition and not having to pay those costs out of pocket at all. It's called the Tuition Assurance Scholarship that every student receives. But there's also a thing called the summer work program. So students apply to be a part of this, and it usually winds up being a little over 600 students who get to do this. But if you think about it, so many things going on through the summer. The cows still have to be milked at 5 a.m. and 5 p.m., folks. We know this. And so there's a lot going on. The students are able to plug into that summer work program. If they work 6 weeks, it covers 1 semester of room and board. If they work all 12 weeks of the program, it covers their entire year of room and board. So think about that for just a minute. Room and board covered, tuition covered. That's a pretty sweet deal.
It really is. And again, you're doing stuff that you already know. You've already been trained to do the job that you're doing. So it's not like you're having to stop, move your stuff out, go back home, find a new job for the summer. You can stay there and just work through the summer. And the amount of work that you do in the summer pales in comparison to the peace of mind that it will give these students not having to worry about how they're going to pay room and board.
Oh, that's right. And that's a great way to say that. And I love that for them. If you think about it, another option they have, say they work the first 6 weeks, but they don't work the work program that second 6 weeks, they can rent and stay living in the dorms and maybe work a summer job here in Branson, which is pretty cool too. So I just love the flexibility there and the options for our students. Summer at C of O, it is really a special thing. I'm just so proud for them to be able to do that.
So awesome. College of the Ozarks right here in Point Lookout, Missouri, cofo.edu. Before we slide into our camp talk, Miss Val, my Uncle Mark and Aunt Leanne came to visit a couple weeks ago. Uncle Mark, a proud United States Air Force veteran, one of those dudes, all about America, all about the red, white, and blue. He said Patriots Park is awesome. I'm so glad that I was able to spend some time there. We really hit it. We really told he and Aunt Leanne that was one of the places where he needed to go. So they did. They went and spent some time on the campus. Really, really appreciated. You don't get to see that everywhere. You don't get to see what you guys offer very many places in the world. And we're just as tickled as we can be to have y'all right up the road here, right down the road, I guess, depending upon where you're at.
Exactly. But that's phenomenal. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, he's a good boy.
I love to know that people are coming on out and enjoying Patriots Park and seeing it. It's just very, very special.
It really is. Now, when you talk about the students, like Kevin and I have gotten older now. We refer to them as the kids, right?
Oh, the kids.
We talk about the kids. You guys will actually have legitimate children on campus for Camp Lookout, which gets started here in a couple of weeks, does it not, Ms. Val?
That is exactly right. So we'll kick that off June 2nd. And that is for area children who would love to come to a Christian camp.
Mm-hmm.
And it's free, which is phenomenal. But very, very quality, lots of activities that they do, lots of opportunities. They go to Silver Dollar City. They spend time. All of the camp counselors are our college students.
That's awesome.
So, and you know how sweet and cool that is. Because
Yes.
when you're young and you see the camp counselors, that's just, you kind of are a little starry-eyed. You set your sights a little bit on, hey, that's what I could do. And,
That's right.
And just seeing that leadership in action, I love it. I love it. But I love it for the kiddos that get to come on out and take advantage of that. So there are a few spots left, and I'm encouraging everyone to jump online and get that taken care of and have a great activity, a great week of activities for your kiddos.
That's right, and it is 8 to 12. Is that right? Those are the
That's
ages,
correct.
8 to 12, and they break up the age groups, right? So you'll have some that are like 8, 9, 10, some like 11, 12, something like that, right? But there are different weeks. So some weeks are already full. Some weeks have several spots open. cofo.edu for more information. Kevin Russell, your sweet baby girl, Miss Kylie Russell, went last year.
Close. Kaylee.
Kaylee Russell.
Yeah.
Whatever.
She went a couple years ago.
Whatever.
Had a really, really good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You guys get to go out though, right? The parents got
Well,
to go
yeah,
out.
that Friday night, that last night, we went and picked them up. Yeah, and got to experience the dinner that they did with everybody, and the kids kind of demonstrated some things they did that week. There was some singing and some things like that. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I highly recommend it. She had a great time.
And the Christian slant that comes along with it, that really, I mean, it kind of goes with what you guys are all about at CFO.
That's right. And I love talking about that. We like to celebrate that because the children that come get to have the Bible studies and the worship time, like you said, and really be introduced to the Lord. And man, they soak that up too. Every summer we have decisions made for Christ,
Which is
for
awesome.
students to follow Christ. So
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
sweet.
Yeah, it's really
so
awesome.
great,
Dude,
Yeah.
that is super cool. So
And another of the cool things about it is they tell you don't bring money, right?
that's right, because you're
can't
not allowed.
use it.
Yeah, you can't spend it. There's nothing to spend it on.
And as somebody who grew up where you'd go somewhere and you see a lot of other people who had a lot of other money to spend and you didn't have that, that's really cool that everybody's on an even playing field, right? Everybody, there's nobody who has all of this stuff and you don't have
Right.
it. Everybody's on the even playing
Well,
field,
and
which
that's
is awesome.
that's one of the great things about it, the fact that it is a free camp, and you want children who wouldn't otherwise be able to afford to go to a
Yeah.
camp to be able to come to this camp.
That's
Like,
exactly
that's the
right.
thing that's the most amazing
Yeah.
about it. Like, and this is not a this is not a cheap deal. Like, there's tons of money that goes into this, and time and effort and energy every single year.
That's exactly right. It's a great camp. The cabins are air conditioned, which, when I was growing up, we went to camp and it was, wow.
Kev, you want to go on down to one of the cabins and
we'll broadcast
do do a show? Yeah, because it's getting kind of warm in here.
Yeah.
Today.
Seriously.
It really
Seriously,
we might need to do that.
I texted Lori Simmons is one of the staff members who helps run the camp, and I texted her and I said, just out of curiosity, are the cabins air conditioned? She said yes, and I said, wow, right there, you're a
Yeah.
step above what I had when I was coming through the ranks. So there you go. But no, it is. There's lots for them to do, and you're right. The C of O employees and students put heart and soul into putting that on, and it's 10 weeks. That's a long run of the summer, which again is just thank you to C of O's administration and their vision for it, because that's a big effort.
If my math is correct, that's a little over 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
It is.
It is.
It is.
And they had that big water slide and the slip and slide. Oh man.
Yeah, we keep talking about we need to go out and try that out. Broadcasts from there. Oh, that would be hilarious.
Look, it's been Dude, I can't remember the last time I was on a slip and slide. I'm pretty sure the last time I was on a slip and slide, I was setting it up for some people's kids, and I slipped and fell on the slip
You
and
slipped
slide.
and slid.
I did, dude, and not on purpose
No.
either. So I think we're all about that, son, especially if it's a larger slip and slide for leisurely sized gentlemen
That's
like
us.
ourselves. Yes, boy, we need to get on down there and check that out. Ms. Valerie Coleman from College of the Ozarks, we love you so much. We love all things College of the Ozarks. Do you have any plans for Memorial Day? What are you guys doing for this weekend? You doing anything cool?
You know, I'm going to go visit family.
There you go.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we're going to get out of town a little bit and go visit family in Arkansas, down in Arkansas, and make our way down there. It's going to be fun. Going to be good, healthy,
All right.
good.
That's
Yeah.
pretty fun. What's your favorite thing to barbecue? We did a little story earlier, and apparently folks in the Midwest are obsessed with bratwurst.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
number one from like Illinois to
Yeah.
Colorado.
That's funny. Yeah, I love bratwurst, and I love chicken, like barbecue chicken.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, but the list we don't think it was very reliable because they said people in Montana's favorite thing is chicken burgers, and that
Yes.
doesn't sound right for Montana.
No, it doesn't. And no.
Yeah.
I've never had chicken burgers. Have you had chicken burgers yet?
I like
can't-
my burgers made of ham.
Yeah, but I can't. Well, hamburger. Yeah, I can't imagine if I can't.
Isn't that
I
what
can't
they
imagine it
made
being
of?
bad, right? A chicken burger would probably be good. You season it
Yeah,
right.
I
you
would
cook it
imagine
right.
so.
It'd be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it probably is good. I make turkey burgers, which
Yeah.
are
See,
delicious.
I love turkey burgers.
Oh,
Like
my
you can. There's some
goodness.
good recipes for turkey
There
burgers
are.
out there.
Really good. Really.
The tofu and bean burgers, not
Black
not,
bean?
not so much.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. No.
Well, listen, the only way I want my black beans is in my tacos.
That's exactly
So-
right, son. Miss Val, thank you so much. Y'all have a safe and fun Memorial Day weekend. Don't forget to remember why we honor the brave men and women that gave their lives for this country. Just take a couple minutes on Monday. We're telling everybody, just reflect, because we all know
right.
someone who gave that ultimate sacrifice
That's
for
right.
this country. CFO.edu. Get your kiddos signed up for Camp Lookout. Miss Val, we go back to our regular schedule, or are you back Friday?
I have no idea.
Just let us know. Yeah,
We'll talk.
We'll leave the light on for you.
Thank you.
All right, Tom.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we're going to slide into some words from our friends.